Yo, it's dead in this town. You know, it's crazy. Gotta shake things up.
Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Double A's, your favorite podcasters, Amber and Arianne. We hope you guys are having a great night. It's Christmas Eve here. So wherever you guys are, or whenever you guys are listening to this, we hope y'all are having a great night. Anyway, so in the spirit of Christmas, in the spirit of wonderful Christmas, I have a massacre for you guys.
That is the name of Christmas. That's terrible.
This happened on Christmas.
Oh.
Okay. So this is a Christmas massacre. And this is actually quite, I don't know why. I probably have read this. The name sounds oddly familiar, but I never really looked into it. So we are talking about the Lawson family massacre that happened in North Carolina back in 1929. December 25th, 1929 is when this happened. Okay, so there's not a lot on the family itself. It's just mainly on what happened. So I'm going to try to get the bits and pieces out to you guys. So we have Mr. Charlie or Charles Lawson. And then he had his wife, and he had 7 kids. Okay. And they were in Germantown, North Carolina. They were known to be very poor. They actually worked in a tobacco farm. They ended up having their own farm, but they were still pretty poor. And then you got to think 7 kids. I mean, he was a busy man. That's what I'd say. Anyway, so he had Marie, who was 17. She's the oldest. Arthur, who was 16. Then we have, Carrie, who's 12. Raymond, who's 2. Maribel, who's 7. James, who's 4. And then Mary Lou was a baby. Then we have Charles. Then we have his wife, Fanny. Okay. So they actually moved to Germantown following Charles's brothers. They decided to go there and work as tobacco farmers. They saved enough money back in 1927 to buy their own farm and to buy their own house. Because from what I read, it seemed like they were tenants of they were basically working to live where they were at before they moved to their own place. So this is what happened, you guys. And this is a quick murder, okay? So it is a murder-suicide. So we have Mr. Charles Lawson, who decides one day he's going to just murder his entire family on Christmas Day. He actually thought of this. From what I was reading, he's actually thought of this for quite a while. So he took on Christmas Eve, he took his wife and he took his 7 kids to go and have their picture taken. Go get new clothes and go get their picture taken. Now, mind you, back in that time, sorry, my smallest dog is out there trying to get in, and I won't let her in because she's got a squeaky toy. So anyways, back in that time, the price of having a family picture taken was essentially 2 weeks worth of, or a month worth of your paycheck now. You know, it's equivalent to that because it was quite expensive. So something was iffy at that point. Anyways, so the next day we have the oldest, I think her name is Marie. Yeah, so we have Marie, who's the oldest, decided she wants to bake a Christmas cake for the family. She bakes the Christmas cake. While she's baking the Christmas cake, or while she's decorating it, it seemed like, the father shot two of his daughters, Carrie and Mabel. Carrie and Mabel were on their way to go visit their aunts and uncle's house. He waited by the barn, tobacco barn that they had, waited by there, and then shot them with a 12 gauge shotgun. Then bludgeoned them to death after that to make sure that they were dead. Then he went inside, or went back to the house, shot Fanny, who was sitting on the porch. And Marie, of course, started screaming when she hears the shots. So he ends up shooting Marie in the kitchen, I believe. And the two boys, James and Raymond, decided while they heard the shots, or while they were hearing the screams and the shots, they were going to try to hide. So, as you guys can tell, most likely by now, Charles went in and found the two boys and shot them. The only person that survived is the oldest son, Arthur, who at that time was 16. And the only reason why he survived was because Charles had sent him out on an errand right before he decided to kill his entire family. Okay. So, being on the farm, they hear these neighbors hear these shotguns. Police come. Charles goes into the woods that's located by their house. He starts pacing around a tree before he decides to shoot himself. So we have a murder-suicide. So the bodies were actually found with their arms crossed and rocks underneath their heads, almost like pillows. The gunshot that neighbors heard was actually the gunshot that Charles had killed himself with. And police officers were already there. Arthur, I guess, was on his way back, heard what happened, ran there, met the police over there. And Charles wrote letters to his parents, but didn't write letters to his son, didn't state why. There was no real motive, or no one really knows the motive as to why he did what he did. There are theories, though, and this is some effed up theories, okay? And mind you, these are just theories. There's no, like, complete evidence to it. So, first theory was that Mr. Lawson had a head injury, and they think that had altered his state of mind. However, there was an autopsy and an analysis that they did on his brain at Johns Hopkins Hospital, and they didn't find anything. Second theory was there was rumors going around that the oldest daughter, Marie, was pregnant with Charles's kid, that there was incest going on. According to Fanny's sister and Marie's aunt, was that Fanny had went and basically confided in her mother, Marie's grandmother, and her sister, stating that she believes there was incest going on. And of course, the grandmother died in early 1928. And so Fanny had a long, she thought this was going on for a while. Okay. Then there was support. Apparently, there was support for this theory. A close friend of Marie, by the name of Ella May, came forward and basically just said, "Yeah, Marie came to me and said that she was pregnant with her dad's baby." So, don't really know if that's the main situation. So after this happened, Charles Lawson's brother actually opened up the home for visitors, kind of like a what is it? Kind of like a show almost. So they left the cake that Marie was baking. They left the blood. They left, everything how it was, except, bodies weren't there. But they opened it up. He got like a lot of backlash for it, but he stated that he only did it because he wanted to raise money for the oldest son, Arthur, because Arthur, of course, is now abandoned. He doesn't have any family members. He doesn't have any money now. So he was basically saying that it was for Arthur to like either move on with their life and pay for the farm and have a little bit of money. So that is all that I have on the Lawson family murders. I told you guys it was short because I don't have anything, but I thought it was intriguing and it was in spirit of Christmas. Because you gotta love that. And they actually think that the reason why Charles wanted to take the picture, because it was literally the first and the last picture of the family. It seemed like he just wanted, I guess everybody to know who the family was. And I don't know, nobody really knows if he was planning on killing Arthur or just leaving someone alive. Because back then it's men carried on the name. So him being the oldest boy could carry on that name. And really Marie couldn't do it because she would have been married and had a different last name. So I read on some sites that's the reason why Arthur didn't die, was because he didn't want the oldest male that could carry on the name to be dead too. He wanted at least one person alive. But we don't know. Again, these are all theories. So we don't really know what was going on in his brain or what he was thinking or what really happened for him to be like, I'm going to kill my entire family. Like, it's bad. So, hope you guys like that Lawson Family Massacre. If you guys want to know more about it, there's actually more podcasts on it. And there's actually a book called White Christmas, Bloody Christmas that was published in 1990. And that was circling around Marie's supposed pregnancy with Charles' baby. So there you go. Amber, you ready for yours?
Yeah. So mine is on Clara Kirton. She's 86 years old. She's in Southwark, London, in the UK. She has 26 grandchildren, 4 children. She's widowed. And here's the backstory. Sunday, November 17th, 1985, at 8 a.m., Brian Kirton, Clara's younger child, found his mother dead. She was mutilated in a gruesome attack in her home. She was found on her lounge floor on Great Suffolk Street. Police thought the attack had taken place in the prior afternoon of November 16th. There was a broken beer bottle at the scene that was assumed to be the murder weapon. However, 30 years later, what it was assumed, who, what, and why are still being unanswered. The beer bottle, which was a brand called John Courage, the remnants were all over the floor in the lounge. This bottle was only available for purchase from pubs. Did Clara have a drink with a guest? Did she invite someone in her home? Clara was robbed, but only of her purse. Her house was raided. She had hundreds of pounds stashed away yet remained untouched. Police determined that there was no clear evidence of a break-in. However, Clara was known to leave her front door unlocked. Clara died from blood inhalation and crushing injuries to her neck and face. She was in the early stages of dementia and diabetes. She was pretty much housebound. Her youngest son, Brian, visited her every day, and so did Meals on Wheels and a nurse. So there was quite a lot of traffic in her home. No one noticed anything at all. It was weird. Her son and daughter visited the day before she died. 7 men were arrested and released with no further action. The OI, Susan Stansfield, is quoted saying, "We don't know for sure what the motive was, but the evidence suggests that someone made it look like they were looking for cash to steal." And could that be true? What makes her lean towards that conclusion? The investigative team thought the suspect may have been drunk or on drugs due to the extreme violence used. The young son, Brian, is now 74 years old. Detectives offers £20,000 in reward money. Clara's husband died from the effects of gas poisoning in 1949, leaving her to single-handedly raise 4 children. She lived through 2 world wars and then was brutally murdered. If you know anything about this crime, please speak up and let the authorities know. Yeah. So I thought it was weird.
So
Go ahead, sorry.
So she was robbed, but she was only
Yeah,
robbed of her purse.
nothing else. I found it weird that she was attacked and murdered in such a manner, but all they did was take her purse. Like, what was so important about the purse?
Well, it could be because there's a lot of cases where people try to make it out to be like robbery, but it's not. That's not really like the motive. Like they just take it just so they can the police can automatically think, oh, something's missing. It's robbery gone wrong.
Yeah.
So it could be one of those cases, or it could be just they wanted a souvenir from a person that they killed.
Weird. I forget about, murderers wanting souvenirs. I forget that that's what
We've had many cases where they'll take a souvenir of their victim just as a reminder of what they did. Like
deeply, deeply, deeply psychotic.
I mean, tell me one person that we've done that is sane.
True.
She's half asleep, you guys.
I am. I'm so
She-
sleepy. I'm so
Lord Jesus.
Huh? Yeah. Oh shoot. Oh sorry. Yeah, I'm so sleepy. I'm like getting through that was hard enough because I didn't think I could make it. I
Lord.
know it's early, but I just have to take my medicine.
We are actually gonna end this live. I know we normally go like an hour long, but as you guys can tell, she's tired. I'm tired. It's Christmas Eve. I'm gonna go and watch the rest of Die Hard and watch Home Alone because gotta watch that, and then on Christmas Day gotta watch Christmas Story. So like,
Oh Lord.
well, we hope you guys have a great and safe holiday,
Yes.
or great and safe week, day, whatever, whenever you guys are listening to this or watching this. We will see you guys here on Sunday night, and we love y'all. Enjoy time with your family and closest friends, or if you're like me and like to be alone, enjoy having your phone off.
Word. Oh
So,
God. We love you.
y'all have a great night. We love you guys. Email us, contact us, comment, let us know what you guys want us to do on Sunday. Our email is open and available for you guys. But we love y'all. Have a great night.